If you're not trusting yourself at the moment, if you're second guessing every decision, if you're asking everyone else's opinion before you trust your own, or if the voice in your head tells you you're going to fail before you even start, I need you to hear this. You don't have a confidence problem. You have a nervous system that learned not to trust your own signals. And I'm going to show you how to rebuild that trust, because here's what I know. Self-belief isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, one honored signal at a time, one choice where you trust yourself at a time, one moment where you choose your knowing over other people's opinions. And you can start today, right now, in the next few minutes. Let me explain what actually happens when you don't trust yourself. Somewhere along the way, you learned that trusting yourself was dangerous. Maybe you made a choice and it went badly. Maybe you trusted your instincts and got rejected. Maybe you believed in yourself and someone told you that you were wrong. So you stopped trusting yourself and started outsourcing your decisions, your knowing, your truth to everyone else, because their certainty felt safer than your intuition. But here's what's happened. Every time you overrode your own knowing, every time you chose their opinion over your signal, every time you abandoned your truth to feel safe, you taught your nervous system, I don't trust me. And now you can't make a decision without spiraling. You can't trust your gut without asking 5 people first. Now you doubt yourself before anyone else gets the chance, because you've been abandoning your own knowing for so long, your body doesn't trust you anymore. And I know this because I lived it, a lifetime of not trusting myself, of asking everyone else what they thought, of second guessing every instinct, abandoning my knowing because their certainty felt safer. That was until my dad died, and I realized he died with unlived dreams, waiting for the right time, waiting to feel ready, waiting for his fear to pass. And I couldn't save him, but I could honor him by finally trusting myself, even when I was scared, even when I didn't have all the answers. That's when everything changed for me, not because I suddenly became confident, but because I chose to trust my voice, my knowing, my signal, even when it was terrifying. And every time I did and have, I built evidence. I trusted myself. I survived. I trusted myself and it worked out. I trusted myself, and even when it didn't work out, I figured it out. That's self-belief, not arrogance, not certainty. Trust that you're capable of figuring it out. Trust that your signals matter. Trust that you don't need everyone else's approval to choose yourself. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to rebuild your trust, how to listen to your body's signals, how to honor your knowing, how to become your own most trusted advisor, your very own best friend. Because you're not broken in any way, you just forgot. You've always known the answers. Now let's remember. Here's what happened. You weren't born doubting yourself. You learned it. When you were young, you trusted yourself completely. You knew when you were hungry, when you were tired, when something felt wrong. You just knew. And then someone somewhere along the way taught you not to trust that. Maybe they said, you're not really hungry. You're being dramatic. You're being too sensitive. That's not how you feel. They taught you to override your signals, to trust their interpretation over your experience, to abandon your knowing to keep the peace. And you learned trusting myself equals rejection. Trusting myself equals being wrong. Trusting myself equals being too much. So you stopped and started asking, what do you think I should do? Am I overreacting? Is this normal? Because their certainty felt safer than your uncertainty. But here's what you didn't realize. Every time you chose their opinion over your signal, you were teaching your nervous system, my knowing doesn't matter. My truth isn't safe. I can't trust me. And your body kept the score. Every time you overrode your gut feeling, it noticed. Every time you asked everyone else before trusting yourself, it saw you. Every time you abandoned your knowing to keep other people comfortable, logged. Every time you doubted yourself before they could, it saw. And now your nervous system doesn't trust you because you've proven over and over that you'll abandon your own signals. And here's what happens in your body when you chronically override yourself. Your nervous system stops sending clear signals. It learns, she ignores me or he ignores me anyway. So the messages get quieter, more confused, harder to read. That's why you can't trust your gut anymore. It's not that your gut is broken, it's that you trained yourself not to hear it. And then that voice arrives, the one that says you'll fail before you even start, that you're not good enough, that everyone else knows better. But that's not the truth, my love. That's your nervous system trying to protect you from the pain of trusting yourself and being wrong again. Your inner critic isn't your enemy. It's a frightened protector who formed when you were very young, when trusting yourself felt dangerous and never got updated. It learned, if I doubt her first, she can't be hurt by anyone else's doubt. But it's the thing keeping you small, and it's time to update it. That's why you can't make decisions, not because you don't know, because you don't trust that you know. Your body sends you signals constantly. This feels right. This doesn't feel safe. This person isn't being honest. I need to leave. I need to stay. You know, but you've been overriding it for so long. You think the doubt is the truth, but it's not. The doubt is the learned pattern. The knowing is underneath. And here's how to get back to it. One honored signal at a time. That's the only way to rebuild self-belief. Not by thinking your way to confidence, but by proving to your nervous system, I've got me. I trust me. My knowing matters. This is the work. So wherever you are right now, we're going to do something special. We're going to ask your body what it knows, and we're going to trust it. So warm your hands up and place one hand or both of your hands tenderly and lovingly on your beautiful heart. Feel your heart beat. This is you, the part that's always known. Underneath the doubt, underneath the fear, underneath the need for everyone else's approval, you've always known. Whisper to yourself, I'm here. I'm listening. What do you know? Now I'm going to give you a decision you've been avoiding. Doesn't have to be big, just something you've been asking everyone else about. Have you got it? Before I ask your body, let me explain what we're listening for. Your body speaks in two languages, expansion and contraction. Expansion is what you feel when something is aligned, a gentle opening in your chest, a sense of warmth or lightness, a leaning forward, a subtle yes. You might feel it as relief or aliveness or a quiet knowing, like something settling into place. Contraction, conversely, is what you feel when something isn't right. A tightening in your chest or stomach, a pulling back, a heaviness, a closing, a subtle no. Your body drawing inward like it's protecting you from something. These aren't dramatic sensations, they're often quiet and subtle, easy to override, which is exactly what you've been doing. But here's the difference between self-doubt and this. Doubt lives in your head, spinning stories. Body knowing lives here, quiet, clear, and underneath the noise. When you're not sure which is which, come back to your body. Expansion or contraction, that's how you know. So, if it feels safe, close your eyes. Bring a decision you've been ruminating on to mind and ask your body, is this a yes or a no? Don't think, just feel. Does your body expand, open, warm, forward, leaning in, or does it contract, tighten, close up, and pull back? That's your answer, the first signal, before your mind had time to doubt it. That's your knowing. Now you can trust that. Even if it doesn't make logical sense, even if everyone else would say something completely different, and even if it scares you, trust your signal. Say out loud, I trust this. I trust me. My knowing matters. Do you feel that? You just honored your signal. That's how you rebuild self-belief, one trusted moment at a time. Now, if they're not already, place your lovely warm hands tenderly on your heart. This is the shift from outsourcing your knowing to owning it. Say this out loud. I am my own trusted advisor. I don't need anyone else's approval. I trust my signals. I trust my knowing. I'm my very own best friend. I've got me. I am safe. Let's help your nervous system settle deeply into that truth. With your hand on your heart, we're going to breathe together just for a little bit. Breathe in slowly for 4. As you breathe in, think, I trust myself. Hold for 4. Breathe out slowly for 6. And as you breathe out, think, my knowing is enough. Again, breathe in for 4. I've always known. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 6. I trust that knowing. One more time. Breathe in for 4. I am capable. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 6. I trust me. Do you feel that? Your nervous system is beginning to settle because you're finally trusting yourself. If emotions come, let them. You're grieving all the times you abandoned your knowing, all the times you chose their certainty over your truth, all the times you doubted yourself before anyone else could. Let it move through. Let it pass and take a deep breath in and sigh it out. You're releasing what you've been holding. Bring your hands to your heart. You're here, trusting yourself, telling yourself, I've got me. Here's how you build self-belief that lasts. Every morning, before you ask anyone else's opinion, before you go to your phone, put your hands on your heart and ask, what do I know today? Listen. The first thing that comes, trust it. Maybe I need rest. I need to say no to that thing or that person. I know this is the right choice. Trust it. Trust you. Don't ask anyone else. Don't second guess it. Honor it. You're building evidence to say, I trust myself. I'm capable. Throughout the day, before reaching for someone else's opinion, when you're about to spiral into asking 5 people what they think, take a pause, hand on your heart, ask, what do I already know? Feel it. Is there expansion, warmth, contraction pulling away? That's your answer. Trust it first. Then if you want input, you can get it, but start with your knowing, not theirs. You're teaching your nervous system, my signal comes first. I'm my own most trusted advisor, my own best friend. Every evening, build the evidence. Before bed, with your hands on your heart, list 3 things you trusted yourself today. Not big things, small things. Maybe I said no without over-explaining. I chose rest when my body asked for it. I made a decision without asking everyone first. I said no for myself. Then say out loud, today I trusted myself. I honored my knowing. I didn't abandon my signal. I'm becoming someone I can trust. You're building evidence. I trust myself and I'm capable of figuring it out. This is the work, love. Not waking up confident overnight. Building trust with yourself, one honored signal at a time. And here's what I need you to hear. You will trust yourself again. Not because you suddenly have all the answers, because you prove over and over that you're capable of figuring it out. Every time you trust your knowing is evidence. Every time you honor your signal is evidence. Every time you choose yourself without needing their approval, evidence. Your nervous system logs it all, and eventually it learns, she's got me. He's got me. She listens. He listens. She trusts herself. He trusts himself. I'm safe with her. I'm safe with him. That's self-belief. Not arrogance, not certainty. Trust that you're capable. Trust that your knowing matters. Trust that you don't need everyone else's approval to choose yourself. And here's what happens when you build it. You stop spiraling, not because decisions become easy, but because you trust yourself to handle whatever comes. You stop asking everyone else, not because you don't value input, but because you trust your signal first. You finally rest because you're not abandoning yourself anymore. You're choosing yourself. You're trusting yourself. You're believing in yourself. One honored signal at a time. Many, many moves make magic. So take tiny steps of trusting yourself, honoring yourself, and choosing yourself every day, even when it's scary, especially when it's scary, because here's the truth. The most important person who needs to believe in you is you, not them, not your partner, your boss, your friends, your family, you. And when you finally do, when you become your own most trusted advisor, your very own best friend, everything will change. Not because the world becomes certain, because you became unshakable. If you like this, please like, share, subscribe, and rest now. Your body is safe. Your heart is held by your beautiful, wise, knowing hands. You've got you, and you trust you, and that's everything.